Hey guys, Dev with Crime Hive, and we're back with another episode. This time, this is a very active case. It's ongoing right now as I speak. There's an intense manhunt involved, multiple jurisdictions, 3 states, FBI is involved, and it's all because of this man right here. So we're looking at Peter Manfredonia, okay? He's 23 years old, was accused of 2 murders thus far, injuring another, stealing multiple vehicles, guns. So he's considered armed and dangerous. And we're just going to talk briefly about the timeline that we know. And I'm going to give my perspective about this case. And at the end, we're going to talk about why I think he's going to be captured very soon, very quickly. And this case should have resolution very soon, if not by the end of this video. Who knows? So again, Dev with Crime Hive, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like these kind of videos. And let's get started here. So 23-year-old Peter, this case really starts out just a few days ago, May 22nd, 2020. About 9 a.m., police are called out to Willington, Connecticut, report of 2 injured adult males, elderly males, and one of which was killed. So this is the first victim right here, Thomas Demers, 62 years old. What happened, according to some reports, is that Peter was looking to get a ride back to his motorcycle. These 2 men helped him out. They were stabbed, possibly cut with a sharp object. Don't know the exact item that was used, but some reports say that Thomas was hacked, and the other male was also severely injured. But Thomas, unfortunately, was killed. So that's the first victim on this rampage that we know is currently going on. And so what happened shortly after is another homeowner. There's a home invasion, and another individual is taken against his will, held against his will, and fortunately for him, he was not injured. So this male was not injured. However, his truck was stolen, food, multiple guns. Apparently, Peter has access to shotguns now and pistols, so he's considered armed and dangerous. Now, here's where it gets interesting too with the case. So shortly after this, we then know of another report on Sunday. Okay, that's just a couple days later, May 24th. This is in Derby, Connecticut. Victim Nicholas Ezel. Okay, this is an acquaintance of Peter. Apparently, Peter goes to his home. Now, ironically, the truck that was stolen originally from this other homeowner was found nearby in Derby, Connecticut. So police are actively putting this puzzle together. Now, Peter essentially goes to Nicholas's home and kills him. Okay, police believe that Peter killed this person and then actually took Nicholas's girlfriend hostage and her vehicle, stole her vehicle. So that's the second stolen vehicle. Okay, now what we know about this is a 2016 black Volkswagen Jetta. Here's the plate right here. Police were able to recover this, and we're going to talk about this here. They actually found it in New Jersey. So this is why there's multiple states involved. Starts in Connecticut, ends up going to the border here of New Jersey and Pennsylvania, and then was last spotted in Pennsylvania. So we're going to talk about that as well. Now, what's interesting here is, just to give you guys an idea if you don't already know, when police know of information like this, okay, they know that he's involved with this black Volkswagen Jetta now. They put this information, this license plate, into a database. It goes local, it goes national. If any law enforcement officer or detective or anybody that has access to the system can type in this license plate, and then immediately there'll be an alert associated with Peter and with his crime. So they were essentially able to do this because it was found at a truck stop or a rest stop, and immediately they know that this is the Jetta involved. So anyway, they find the Jetta. Now, they actually found this woman that was apparently taken against her will, that was apparently Nicholas's girlfriend. She was found safe in, I believe, Paterson, New Jersey, which is, again, near the border, okay? So this is near the border of Pennsylvania. Now, the reason we know that he was last seen in Pennsylvania, there's a report that he was last seen in Strasburg, Pennsylvania. Let's go here to the map real quick here. I'm going to move out of the way here. So Stroudsburg, saying that wrong probably here, East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Okay, so the timeline here that we know of is starts in Connecticut right here, then it goes down into, so from Willington to Derby, then he's moving into New Jersey, where the vehicle, the Volkswagen, was found, and then apparently he was last spotted here in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. Now, a couple of things I want to talk about here on why they may be piecing some of these things together and why they believe that he may have gone to or been en route to Allenstown, Pennsylvania, which is not too far away, about another hour and a half north. So he was potentially last seen heading north. And here's what I want to talk about in relation to that. So apparently Peter may have taken an Uber, okay? And if you're not familiar with the technology behind that, law enforcement use the data collected from these companies such as Uber and Lyft. And what they found is it's really astonishing. They can track the address that he was at, when he was picked up, the timestamp of when he was picked up, where he was going, which address that was. Every user has to use a credit card, so they typically have data to the person's credit card and the information associated with that. So there's a lot of data that investigators could go off of with this information. So apparently he did, en route to Allenstown, Pennsylvania, he gets out of the Uber and may have gotten spooked for whatever reason, gets out and never made it to the destination he was headed for. So police believe that he's still around Pennsylvania and they're closing the gap. And here's why I'm thinking he's going to be captured very quickly. First off, I want to talk about the app data that investigators have. And this is a quick little video that I want to talk about. It's really interesting. I'm just going to share a small clip about it right here and give you guys a better idea of the technology that's being used here. So let me right here.
The suspect is picked up and dropped off. All types of information, including the driver name, the make and model of his vehicle, in case they want to speak with that person later. Also remember, back in the days of the old school taxi cabs, everyone paid with cash. Of course, with Uber, all of that information is stored so they can have access to the account number on the credit card. But perhaps the most important thing is the access to this. Law enforcement has the exact route taken. And whether you're looking at a case like the Seminole Heights murders or the Parkland shooting, that information right there can often be the most valuable in making an airtight case.
Okay, so very interesting here. I just wanted to share that short clip to give you guys a better idea of the resources that law enforcement have available. Now, again, we based on this information, he may have headed to Allentown or be around that area. Now, I want to talk about the potential. Let me pause that here. So the last thing I want to talk about in this video, again, is the technology that law enforcement has that can help. Now, like I said, they're closing the gap on Peter. We know that because of the multiple agencies involved, all these people starting to put out reports about what he looks like, who he is, and the amount of resources this person has. Again, he's only 23 years old, was about to graduate from college with an engineering degree. We don't know too much about him. We're learning more about him, but I think it's safe to say that he's not a hardened criminal. He hasn't been around the system that long. And I believe there's only so many resources he can utilize to his advantage right now with law enforcement closing in. So last thing I want to talk about is the use of FLIR, okay, thermal imaging, these helicopters that assist law enforcement in the air. Now, like I said, they have a good idea of where he might be. So take a look at this quick video that I'm going to play just to give you an idea of how difficult it can be to hide from law enforcement when you have air above looking for you and the technology that's used. So we're going to play this quick one real quick.
We can see you. Think it's harder for us to find you at night? That's not a fair question. I know if you were good at thinking, you wouldn't be a crook to begin with. We can see you at night, period. We can see
thermal imaging technology.
Number 2, camouflage doesn't work. Think painting your face all black and dressing like G.I. Joe is going to help? Nope. We see your heat. It doesn't matter what you look like, we can still see your heat. And that's good, because some of you are no treat to look at day or night. Tip number 3, hiding doesn't help. Don't bother hiding in the bushes, in dumpsters with the rest of the trash, under kiddie pools, or under parked cars. But if you want to try hiding under a moving car and let us know how that works, we'll look forward to the memo. We can see you. Tip number 4, don't run from the helicopter. We can see you. It's got a FLIR.
So just to give you guys an idea of FLIR, the thermal technology, it detects heat. Very difficult for anybody to get away from this technology. Once they know you're in that area and they're searching for you, which I believe is going on right now, and that's why I feel like he is going to be captured very soon. And let me know your guys' thoughts on this. What do you think? Hopefully this video helps you. Hopefully he is captured soon. Again, this is Dev with